Mr. Fred Rodarte is the one that met me here with Eric on Tuesday, telling me that I had to do this in a meeting.
Well, we have to vote
So
on
here
it.
I am. No, there's no vote on this, Rick,
Yes, there
because
is.
I'm putting her on administrative leave, and that's what happens here, guys. Period. That's what happens here. And if you guys do this without investigating what I gave you guys, I mean, let's ask Donald, were you here at a meeting, Donald, for gun control, for gun policies with the department heads?
When you first,
Yes, when I first asked for the gun policies and I called for a department head meeting.
you noted it during that meeting.
Yes, you were here, right? Chief, were you here?
Yes, sir, I was here.
You were here, right?
Yes, sir.
There it is, guys. I mean, what more do you need? Did anybody bother to call Kim Garduno and ask her how she got those things in one day? No, you didn't. Okay? What's been going on here is wrong, guys. It's totally 100% wrong. Okay, in the court too, what did she say? She said that she cut the feet off. Now here's what kills me on this one, guys. I gave her a chance to speak that night. And I gave all the counselors a chance to speak. And when it was my turn to speak, she cut the feet off. Okay, and then she sued us that she was fired over the golf course. That was a lie. She was fired over cutting the feet off and showing total insubordination to me. And you guys let that go. And since then, since that happened now, she has totally been insubordinate. Okay? She sits up here and says, the mayor's violating the charter. That was a lie. Somebody show me in this document where it says I've got to read a slanderous email into the record. There's nothing in here, guys, but that's what she said I did. Okay? And in the court, she said I did not appoint her. I did appoint her. The council approved it. In the court, she said Kim Garduno got those things into the golf course. That's not true. I did that. And you guys can call Freeman's Finest Construction, whatever it takes, guys. Period. Freeman's Finest Construction got that in there because I called them, and in one day. Period. Okay? And the last one is the gun policies. She said I never followed up on the gun policies. I held a meeting with every department head after that. Yes, I did, Laura.
No,
Yes, I did. And I guarantee you guys, I mean, I'm tired of this. I have dedicated 14 years of my life to this city to make it the greatest place possible. And I appointed her to help me do this. And in the last 6 months, she's turned into nothing but a political activist. Period, guys. And for you guys to continue to condone this type of behavior is wrong. And I'm telling you now, right now, I will file on her suit. Because I have a direct recourse against her with the courts. That's what I'm hoping would happen here, guys, is that she would examine her conscience and do what's right instead of fighting me when you disagree with the people you resign. Period, guys. That's what I was hoping for. I didn't get that. All I've gotten is resistance from all of you. But yet I'm the one that's been here dedicated for 14 years now, guys. My entire life to this city. To make it a better place to live. And you guys have got me in a place where it's so hostile, guys. I got to carry a gun when I come in here.
That's on you.
Yeah, it is, because I've been threatened, Rick. More times than I can
Well,
count.
it's the way you treat people.
Oh, yeah, the way I treat people.
Yeah.
What do you expect me to do when they sit up here and lie, Rick? When they lie to the people.
Laura's not on
Here's
trial.
another one. Here's
She's
another
not on
one.
trial here.
Here's another one, Rick.
She's not on trial.
She's gonna be soon, though.
Well,
Okay?
that's your-
Well,
that's
here's
your-
my point. I am
We're here to
initiating...
conduct business.
I am initiating 3.05 of the charter now, guys.
you don't have that authority.
Yes, I
You
do.
do.
Guys, it's right here in the charter. It is right here in the charter.
Read further in the charter.
You bet. 3.05, guys. Initiating the removal of it, okay? The city manager may be suspended or removed by a majority of the vote of the members of the governing body. Action
Majority
to remove,
vote.
hang on. Action to remove the city manager may be initiated by the mayor. That's what I am doing now.
Adam needs.
Where's the-
Okay?
where's the-
No, it doesn't, no. That doesn't, the mayor doesn't have to initiate it at a meeting, guys. Then it goes on, or by a motion for you guys. Okay? Period. My point being, guys, she has lied to us on more occasions than we care to even mention, okay? Especially for me, to make me look bad. She perjured herself in a courtroom. In a courtroom with the sole purpose of that hearing was to remove me from office.
She's not on trial here, Modi.
Rick.
She's not on trial.
Rick, the point being
This
is,
isn't a courtroom.
I am initiating her removal.
Can we remove
Period.
the mayor? Can we have him removed?
Okay, we had the mayor removed for implementing the charter. For implementing the charter, you guys are going to have me removed. Go ahead, somebody come up here and remove me, please. Because you guys are way out of line tonight. I am implementing the charter, period.
We have to vote on it.
3.05.
We have to vote on it.
No,
Yes,
you
we
don't,
do.
Rick. You vote on
We
it
do.
at the very next meeting, when we decide this. Not tonight. Yes, that's how it works, guys.
No.
It's not on the agenda tonight. I have to initiate it. I am initiating it. Period.
That's not the way it works.
Yes, it is,
No, it's
Rick.
not.
Yes, it is. So then, somebody come and remove me from this meeting.
So is that what you did the last two times? You initiated, you came over here and
Yes,
threw it
I
out?
initiated it. That's exactly what I did. And that's what the city
You can't do
attorney
that
said.
either.
Yes, I can. Rick, and that's exactly what the city attorneys have said. So check this out, guys. What do you want to do? You're the one that told me, Fred. You're the one that gave me this.
Yes.
Told me to do it here.
I
Here
told
we are.
you that it had to be during an open meeting.
Here we are.
In a meeting that was
Open
put on the
meeting.
agenda as an
No,
action item.
no,
And that
no,
was by the
no.
direct advice of our city
No.
attorney. This
Guys.
is not on the agenda
Okay,
tonight,
then-
so we cannot even act on it. We
No,
cannot do
I am
that.
initiating it tonight.
Doesn't matter what
Yes,
you
it does.
initiate.
Okay,
It
guys.
has to be done
Get
during.
ready.
it
Get
has-
ready, guys. You guys need to get ready here. Okay? Get ready, because after tonight, we're gonna go around the horn. The games will start, we'll pay the attorneys, and we'll let the judges figure out what's right and what's wrong here.
Well, you
Okay?
told me at that meeting
Get ready,
also, when
guys.
I reminded you of that, you
No.
told me right then and there, you
Right
told
here.
Eric that you're gonna sue us already as
You
it
bet.
stands.
Well, you know what? Fred, you guys are giving me no choice. You guys
You're
are
giving
letting,
us no
Fred,
choice.
you guys are letting her lie, left and
You're
right.
giving us no choice.
How? Because I'm standing here telling the truth, because I dedicated my life to this
Because
city.
you are not following city ordinance.
I am following the
That
charter.
is not city charter
I
that
am
you just
following the
did.
charter. That's exactly what I'm doing, guys.
No, it's not.
Call the city attorney.
We can call her.
Call her and ask
She
her.
told me already, it has to be
Okay,
done
guys.
as an agenda
Get
item.
ready, get ready. Go ahead. You hang out, and I'll deal with you another day. No big deal. Go ahead. We will, we'll call this meeting to order at 6:09 PM. This is gonna be interesting, guys. Really, really
Yeah,
interesting.
let's just conduct business,
Pointing
Modi.
at me.
You betcha.
This is your
Cut it
agenda.
out, Modi,
This is
what
your
is your
agenda.
problem, dude?
Well, I don't have a problem.
You don't have a problem, put it on
I don't
Facebook.
have a problem. Here we go, guys.
No, here we go.
Meeting called to order at 6:09. Please stand and join me in the roll call, please.
Mayor Hicks,
All present.
Councilor Garcia,
Yes, ma'am.
Councilor Lucero,
Here,
Councilor Padilla,
Here.
and Councilor Rodarte.
Present.
Will you please stand and join me in the pledge of allegiance? Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Hey, Mike, just gotta start this now. Approval of the agenda?
I just want to say that since we called this special meeting, we decided that we wanted to take care of city business, which we believe is a first priority in the city, and pursuant to the state policy on open meetings, I make a motion that we remove the citizens to address the council and the comment section of this agenda and proceed with it, with the rest of it.
Let's see, what are you saying there?
second.
So wait a minute, what are you talking about there? You're talking to remove all of these people from here?
No.
public comment.
Just the comments.
So you don't want Barbara Wesley to speak?
I don't want no citizens to comment
Why?
because we don't have to. We got business to take
Sorry,
care of.
Barbara, they don't want you to speak.
There has been a second already.
Yes.
Garcia,
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Fred,
Yes.
Fred,
Yes.
there you go, get on with it. No citizens to address. Public discussion, charter compliance, we're not in compliance with the charter, you guys just moved that. Approval of the regular city council minutes.
I make a motion that we approve the regular city council meeting of 8/31/2020.
Yeah, second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Vacant abandoned of Lubbock Avenue. Did anybody bother to get that guy?
Shannon, are you gonna speak on this?
Okay. So this is just an update. Right now, after Councilman Garcia's on the last meeting in that, stated that if they don't come up with a plan, Roosevelt Plaza didn't come up with a plan within 30 days, that they would go ahead and he wanted to just vacate the whole room. Well, they did get a hold of us, they don't have a plan. They did say, because they're under the impression it's just gonna happen anyways, they said, let's go ahead, go ahead and vacate the whole road. They do have some conditions in that. We've been waiting for a new plat from the Meaches, so that we, a BML property, so that we can go ahead and start moving forward to get a new declaration. I was on vacation last week, but we did just get it yesterday. So we're submitting it to the attorney so that we can start working on it, get the new declaration, and abandon the piece of property. Now,
Questions?
So does that mean that we can't take action on this item?
on this item, no, because you don't have a declaration right now. We had to have that replat before we can do the declaration of what we were vacating and abandoning.
And the reason is because Eric asked the question.
Well, what happened was their initial request was only for half of Lubbock Avenue, the undeveloped portion of Lubbock. Now we're going to go ahead and vacate the whole portion of Lubbock Avenue.
And the guy that owns that over there, he's good with it, the one that was complaining?
He has basically taken acceptance that it's going to happen no matter what. So a portion, half of the upper portion that we're now vacating as well as the lower portion, half of that he has that opportunity to purchase from the city once it's vacated.
Is he good with it? That didn't answer my question. Spoken to him, is he good with it?
We're waiting, I sent him the information that the Meaches had requested, what they were asking for. He has not gotten back with us, but he did ask for a few things in it, that the rest of Lubbock Avenue was not vacated, that was already developed, that there was a way to be able to access that property, and all the barriers were removed.
Anything else?
So all we have to do is just wait for that.
Just wait for that declaration.
And how long is that going to take?
We're hoping now that we got it, I'm sending it to the attorneys, and hopefully by the next city council meeting, we should be able to vote on it.
Thank you.
I make a motion that we table this item till we get all the proper information.
I second it.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye. Aye.
2022-2026 City ICIP recommendation.
Thank you. Mayor, Council, before you, sorry, it was last minute. I was finalizing it today. The ICIP document, Infrastructure Capital Improvement Plan. It's a planning document, but I take it very serious because it should pretty much pave the way, the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years of the city of Grant. So it is a planning document, but like I said, it does take a lot of interviewing and observation through the year. So anyway, before you is the top 15 projects recommended for the 2022-2026 Infrastructure Capital Improvement Plan. And I could go into detail on each item if you guys would like, or if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. It's up to you guys. If you wish, I could go through each item in detail. It was a strange year just because of obviously the pandemic, but whoo! I'm sorry, but I'm a little nervous just with that start, so my voice is shuddering. So anyway, the top 3 projects on here, they are funded, but I was advised early on to not take them off the ICIP list unless they are at construction, because you never know what could happen. We've seen how things could change very quickly, thus the pandemic. Anyway, the top 3 items on the ICIP are already funded, but they remain on the ICIP just because they're not at construction. But if you notice, I color-coded them just so we could better understand it. The 4th one is in design. All we need is construction funding. The following 4, they're planning, and these items are critical. The San Jose Booster Water Station, that's our secondary well. We know we're getting well number 3 done this year. Our secondary well and booster station in San Jose, I think that's critical. The golf course pump station, we just built a new plant that was 25, 30 years old, a little we don't realize that the pump station also at the golf course is 25, 30 years old. So anyway, that one needs to be redone. Washington Avenue Drainage Project, there's gonna be a new Mesa View here soon, so we wanna make the improvements on Washington, kind of to coincide with the new school. And then we all know Sacaleras is a big project that's gonna come up. It's gonna creep on us, but that road is in very poor condition and will eventually have to be redone. That project, Sacaleras, is estimated to be about 10 million. And that's now.
And that's
10
redoing,
years.
that's redoing the whole road from one end to the other?
Correct. Yeah, and that's just a quick estimate, it's nothing real accurate, but that's an estimate. But we're talking infrastructure improvements are underground and the roadway.
No, that's still in the planning stages, right?
Correct.
How old is that road?
How is that road?
How old is that road?
Oh, I don't know.
35 years.
No. It was just paved.
20?
It was
Or
just
while it was
paved.
patched?
Yeah, no, it was just paved, when, what, 15 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years ago? The state received an award for how straight and flat that road was. And then we went in and we dug holes in it, we put pipes in it, and destroyed it. Then we built the school, and we destroyed it even more. Okay? But the state received an award for how flat and straight that road was done, and we destroyed it in less than a month.
I don't know the history.
I
There
did,
you go.
I was here when it happened.
Now, is that road that's under proposal there that we're discussing, is there gonna be like a replat of that whole road, the whole design? My understanding that there's kind of some errors along that road.
I understand there are some errors and the subgrade is not worth much, so that's the reason, from what I understand.
That's why it's saying.
But they say the subgrade, and if you've done roads,
And it's amazing.
Not that I've done roads, but-
All the awards for that road,
yeah.
and they went to crap within 5 years.
But the subgrade is important, and I understand the subgrade on that road is not good. So anyway, I'm asking for your approval.
Any questions?
Well, one more on item number 2. That's the First Street project, right?
Correct.
When is that scheduled to begin?
Yeah, I'm glad you asked, because today I finally received the last executed document from the state for 1.8 million for that project, so all the funding is in place. We're just waiting on the EPA approval. We're going to that. There's a lot of back and forth due to the plume, and we gotta take care of the wells. I mean, the contractor that's gonna do First Street, they have a lot of oversight because of the plume. So, and all those monitoring wells, they all have to be protected. And trying to do a road with all the monitoring wells right there protected, that's gonna be quite the test. But anyway, we're ready to go to bid in November, or bid in October, and hopefully construction November, December. And that's gonna be a 1-year project, 6.2 million.
And is the whole street gonna be vacant at one time, or
It'll be half.
half?
One lane will be open throughout the project.
Okay.
You said a 1-year project, it'll take 1 year.
Yeah, it'll take 1 year.
Now, what's the status on the multi-purpose arena?
We have not received a funding agreement, and I've been instructed to don't spend any money, because it will be reimbursed prior to the funding agreement being executed. And that funding is going to be included in the final bond sale this year in the state. So we won't receive an agreement until maybe toward the end of the year, early next year. And then we can start getting going. But everything's in place, we're just waiting to initiate the planning and design.
Anything else? Motion.
Yeah, I make a motion to approve the 2022-2026 ICIT recommendation.
Second.
I'll second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Resolution 2016-94.
I'm sorry, on the last item, I forgot to note that I did have the manager's report, so, just by the way, I met with her earlier. 5 and 6, they're resolutions similar to the recent ones on the bridge loan. These are just the main loans from the USDA. The resolutions that we recognize the grant amount and the funding amount. So, I mean, that way you guys are aware of it, and I'm not doing my own shenanigans on the side. So
What's
this
a
is what the water,
shenanigan?
shenanigan is a trick, I don't know.
A trick up your safe?
Yeah, yes. Anyway, one's for the water improvements, one's for the wastewater improvements.
Yeah.
Okay, question.
Questions? Motion.
I make a motion that we approve resolution 20-1694.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 2016-95.
The same thing, right?
Right. That's just for the wastewater.
Wastewater.
I'll make a motion that we pass the resolution 20-1695.
Second.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 Hydraulic model proposal.
Okay, last year we went to the voters, they approved a GO bond in the amount of 2.5 billion for water and wastewater improvements. Anyway, it was approved, we've gone through the banking, administrative, so the only fees so far in that GO bond are the lawyer fees and the bank administrative fees. Going into the planning of how we're gonna spend that 2.5 billion is we want to spend it wisely. From what I understand from the Public Works Director, Mark Teshma, and the responsible engineer, is that a water hydraulic model is necessary prior to looking at those critical project areas that we want to address. So anyway, I'm not the expert at the water hydraulic model, so Mark Teshma is here and Mark Nassi is here from Wilson to give you guys further details. But anyway, it is my recommendation and request that you approve.
I got a question for Mr. Teshima.
Yes, sir.
Is this part of that clean out the stuff that's destroying our pipes that will need a new wastewater treatment plant in 5 years if we don't take care of it?
Negative, sir. This
Where is
water-
that at?
So the second phase, the first phase is doing fantastic. Evoqua has given Don.
So we're on it then?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's all I needed to know. Go ahead.
And it's a major improvement.
Major,
You bet, that's what I want to hear.
This is on the water side.
Yeah, go ahead.
So as you all know, there's certain pressure zones in our city where there's low pressure, there's really high pressure. And so without a plan, we don't know where to put pressure reducing valves. We don't know why some of our hydrants don't have adequate flows. And so this model would take care of that and help us address pipe sizes and pressure issues.
How much?
50,000.
Is it in the budget?
So what's the ongoing cost?
Is it in the budget?
Beyond 50,000?
This is part of the GO bond. It's not a part of the budget.
Okay, thank you.
What would be the ongoing cost for this system? Is it a one-time fee or a 50,000 or ongoing?
That's a Mark Nassi question.
It's a one-time fee to be able to give you an infrastructure plan.
Okay, so it's basically a plan. Is it software as well or?
No software.
No
Okay,
software.
a plan.
So we have water gems, so once they give us the plan, we could buy our own software and update it as we go.
Okay.
But it would be a stagnant plan that we would go off.
But they're designing it,
Correct.
and then maybe then you can model off if we got some software to try to learn off them to take you back this years down the road.
Exactly. So they take known flows, known pipe sizes, and they run it through a model and come up with a plan as to where we can address low pressure, high pressure issues in the city.
Laura, you get a lot of the calls on water breaks, and from what I understand, a lot of the water breaks are pressure related, so this would help us understand where the high pressures and the low pressures are at. And once we kind of balance that the best we can, then we're making all these other system-wide improvements, then we could consider, the pressure.
So what would be the solution once we know where the high pressure areas are? Would it be valves or how would we address that?
It would be pipe sizes to ensure you got proper distribution to make sure under peak situations and hydrants will have the proper flows associated with it. There'll be pressure reducing valves if needed in certain zones. So under a peak demand, some people in the city probably experience a good increase or decrease in pressure throughout the day in certain times. This will be eliminated. We'll try to design the system after several years of a system being developed, years after years. You got a lot of 6-inch line, which is minimal for the distribution, and the city's grown, throughout the years, so a lot of the distribution lines aren't big enough to support those fire flows. And as you know, the tanks are way on the one side of the city, And you have to make sure you have the distribution lines to get to the other side of the city without a lot of loss. And the more water you use, the more losses you have. The bigger pipe you have, the less losses you get. So the idea here is to be able to identify these sections, so when the city has a improvement project or a line is breaking, they know exactly what size they need to meet the final plan.
So is your thought that this is going to work in tandem with our geo bonds and replacing water lines?
See, we have the scope of the USDA section, phase one, and then with the geo bond, we're gonna start attacking these other critical areas. I didn't wanna put 2.5 or $1.5 million money into water improvements whenever we don't know or understand the pressure zones. I thought it was necessary to understand the pressure zones prior to making, because whenever we're dug up here, maybe we could alter a valve or.
Right.
I'm not the expert, but
Or you might need the line, yep.
Is this citywide or just that one section that we're starting?
Citywide.
Oh, it's citywide, the whole city?
the bond is citywide.
No, but the study for the.
Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, you're right.
And so you're thinking it'll be paid for out of the geo bonds?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. And it's eligible.
Anything else? Oh, shit.
I make a motion to approve the system-wide hydraulic model.
Second?
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Resolution 2016-96.
Okay, you have in your
Didn't we have
packet,
this on the meeting last time?
we did, you have in your packet a recommendation from Susan Hapka, the attorney, on some language for your Open Meetings Act. Some of it is some items that are part of the law that we didn't have in ours, some is grammatical, some is
So the red is the
procedural.
changes?
Yes.
Questions? Motion. Going once.
There you go, man.
Let's look at it a little bit. So this just kind of streamlines the Open Meetings Act, right?
It does.
In that case, I'll make a motion that we adopt Resolution 20-1696, Open Meetings Act Resolution.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Code of Ethics, Code of Conduct. Guys, this is right out of the IRB. I received word from Stephen, I can't remember his last name, he's the manager of Red Lion. They are not doing anything with Mr. Jesse James and that group no more, just so you know. They couldn't even come up with proper seat money to buy the building.
This is not related to Jesse James?
It's exactly out of the IRB, Laura. It's the exact
The
same.
Code of Ethics?
Yes.
Are you looking at the,
It's right out of. the
Number 9?
IRB. But, I mean, you know, guys, here's what I got on this. I'm their first test move to try to remove somebody from office that they don't like. And there's already a code of conduct, there's a code of ethics, and it's all law. We don't need this. They tried to use it against me in the court. Okay, I meant to bring the paper with all the numbers that go with it, the old jargon, you know, statute, whatever it is. But there is already a municipal code of ethics, a legal code of ethics, election code of ethics, all of that good stuff. And I don't believe that we need this because it's not binding anyway. And when you talk about confidential, what is that, hiding stuff from the city? If you're gonna have something in a confidential agreement, you do that through a non-disclosure agreement. You sign a non-disclosure agreement with people. You don't just put it in a code of ethics thing.
so your charter has a code of ethics and most of it is related to monetary ethics, abstaining from transactions that you might receive personal benefit from. This recommendation is coming from a citizen, a code of ethics regarding behavior and respect for others, treating others
And
with
like I said,
respect.
guys, this is not enforceable. It's not enforceable. You are entitled to the Second Amendment, you're entitled to the First Amendment, the freedom of speech, okay? And the freedom of speech covers everything,
May I finish?
okay?
So this is not an action item tonight. This is something for you to start considering. It needs to be put in an ordinance format and the attorney is working on that. So that will be available soon for your approval.
Approval or disapproval, like I said, guys, it's non-binding. They tried to use this against me in my removal in court. I just want everybody to know that, okay? Comments? Eric?
You removed the comments from the agenda.
It's on the
for you.
agenda. It's on the agenda,
We
guys.
amended
It
the
was
agenda to remove the
removed at the
comments.
beginning.
Now, you've read comments from the public, not comments from the
You
council.
did,
No, I
you
removed
said afterwards also.
Well, I got a comment. I'm gonna apologize to the city for the lawsuit that's gonna have to be filed here. I'm deeply sorry for having to do this, but I cannot do this no more, guys. I've been doing this for 16 years, going on 16 years, and I've totally dedicated my life to this city for the last 14 years. And to have people just come in and think they're gonna lie and run away with it, they're out of their minds. On that note, I'll entertain a motion to close the meeting.
Second. I make a motion.
Second was first.
Whatever.
Okay, who made the motion?
Rick did.
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Have a good night.
She don't thought out.
Oh, it wasn't.